For the meeting, 10/8/2020. And Annie, you want to read the preamble there so we can get going, please?
Yep. Today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020. The time is 7 o'clock. And all meetings of the Lake Management Committee are recorded. Meeting notices pursuant to the Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Lake Management Committee will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information in the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with the right and requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the Office of the AG webpage at mass.gov. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted. The town will persevere to use conference call capabilities regularly for other parties to listen in and participate accordingly. If not possible, we will post on the town's website an audio recording as soon as possible after the meeting.
Okay, to get started, let me verify who I got on here because I don't see everyone's faces. Norm, are you here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Norm, Mike Coombs, I see.
I'm here.
Malcolm DeBay.
I'm here.
Mike DeBay is here. Dick is not here. Scotty, you here?
I'm here.
Okay. Annie's here. Deb?
Yep.
You?
Yep.
Eric, you here?
Yep.
Paul Murphy?
I am.
Okay. Ken Phillips, I do not see or hear. And Rick. Okay.
Right.
Do we have any guests?
Good question. We don't have any planned. Anybody out there? No one? Okay.
Who has the main number again?
Norm.
Okay. All right. We're all set then.
Okay, let's get started. Read the minutes, and if anyone's got any comments, we'll take them.
I read them ahead of time. I'm all set.
Okay. Anybody need more time?
No.
No.
Do I have a
I-
motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I second it, Deb.
Deb is seconding it. Mel made it. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, anybody opposed? Then I'll take it as unanimous. The only comment I had, Annie, and you don't have to make a change, but for future reference, when we say we made changes, we should make a note of what they are. Just for keeping track of things. Okay, Norm, any update from the Conservation Commission?
They had
They had
one
one
meeting
and
and they
they
did approve
the Berkshire Avenue dock,
14 Berkshire Avenue. And they had a discussion on,
Hey, Norm, just hang on for one
Yes.
second. Because there's an echo. I'm wondering if everybody but you could mute. That might
Yeah,
kill the echo.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
I got it myself. Still getting it.
Not everybody is muted yet. How about if everybody but Norm mute your mics?
Yeah, I'm trying right now. Mine's like, I can't even hear anything now.
I muted Norm because he's on a computer and on his phone. So I
Ah,
muted his
yes.
computer.
That's probably it.
Can't do
Okay.
both.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Norm.
Are we echoing now?
No,
No,
Good.
Andy had it.
Okay. So they approved the dock at 14 Berkshire Avenue, excuse me. And on the subject of asking everybody to sign that they have read the LPP rules and regulations, there was a brief discussion on that, but no votes were taken. And will be discussed later. The general thought process that I took away from the meeting was they're not in favor. The majority of the people aren't sending in their money anyway, so they're not going to sign anything in addition. So further discussion to come, but no approvals or disapprovals at this point in time.
Okay.
That was really all that impacted us.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike, you there? Can
Yeah.
you guys hear me?
So,
Did they mute Mike?
I'm on now. I was on mute, sorry. Since we have that farther down on the agenda, why don't we cover it right now since we're talking about it? In
Sounds
your
good.
package, I put two short paragraphs. I had talked to the chief and I had talked to Dennis Clark. Both had no interest in having them sign paperwork saying they read the rules. The chief said it makes no difference whatsoever. And Dennis told me they've tried things like this in the past and they just don't work. So
So I would say let's drop it.
I agree. I'm going to take it off the agenda and we'll drop it unless they bring it back to us. I'll send Dennis an email and tell him we're not going to pursue this. If you guys are interested and want our support or something, let us know. And let it go.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Do we need to vote on that or is that good enough the way it is?
We can vote if you want. I don't care.
All right, so in that case, I'll make a motion that we drop the topic.
I'll second it.
Okay, Eric made a motion, Malcolm seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, unanimous vote. We're dropping the issue of signing the lake rules, and I'll send a letter to Dennis and let him know that. Okay.
I think when we do things this way, they also then get off of the either old business or new business. So we're trimming the thing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Sounds
agree.
good.
I agree.
Sounds
I'm
good.
looking to do that, in
I
fact.
mean, let's clean up some of this old agenda
Yeah.
that's been on forever.
Great idea. Sounds
Can I
good.
interrupt? Was that Malcolm that seconded?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, under old business, is there anything anybody here thinks we're wasting our time leaving it on here?
yeah, can you bring it up, Annie?
Andy, try to put the agenda up, yes.
There you go. Okay, under old business, to me, Concom meeting update norm should be under new business. That's something we discuss every meeting. I think it should be under new business.
I agree. I'll move it down and either put it under new business or give it its own heading.
Yeah.
Okay. Good idea.
And
Okay?
I've got 101 Point Grove Road, Louis B's. They didn't rent any docks this year. Turtle Cove, that's like 5 years old. And
Yep.
Concom lift survey, that they did it. It's done. I mean, those are the three I see.
And 641 Forest Road, this is 2 years now that have gone by. Harpin is an old man. He hasn't done anything about it. And there's less boats there now than there used to be, meaning Green's boat's not over there anymore. I say take it off.
Okay.
Is that the guy at the very end?
Yes.
He's got like 6 docks out there some days.
Well,
Got 3 on one side, 3 on the other.
yeah, well, he's on the Connecticut side. What are you going to do about it?
Well, what is the chief going to do about it, I guess?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's been there 2 years. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic.
All right.
Okay, then give me a motion and we'll work from there.
I'll give you a motion for those 3 items I mentioned, I guess, to remove them from old business.
Remove 101, remove
101?
Turtle Cove
Turtle Cove and the Concom lift survey. That's
and
all
lift
been done.
survey.
Right.
Yeah, the reason why that lift survey may still be there is I think they got almost 0 responses.
Nah, I gave him
I
one.
responded, I don't know. I think
He said he got about half.
Oh,
I sent
really?
mine in.
It has nothing to do with us, so I don't, it's
All right. Okay.
something they want to do.
Take it off. Okay.
Okay, And do we want to leave Forest Road? Or
No,
take it off?
I make a motion that we remove that one.
Okay, so you want to add that to the list and remove all 4 of those?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll second that motion for all 4 of those.
So Mike made the motion, Malcolm seconded it. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, unanimous
Here
vote.
again, my idea is just to clean up the thing a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Good
agree.
idea.
Yeah.
We've got them in the computer. We can always call them back if it becomes an issue again.
Sure.
Yep.
Good idea.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep moving down the list of things. Under water
Wait, let
quality.
me ask you one more question on the old
Certainly.
business.
Yep,
101 Point Grove Road, Louis B's Walk on the Water, dock space rental. I don't think there was any boats on that dock this summer, all summer, was there not?
No, there was not. That's why I asked it to be removed.
That was
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry. That is the one you took off. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
Got it confused with something else.
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Under lake water level and quality, we're waiting, Eric, to whenever we get the report from Dr. Wagner.
Yeah.
Lake level is still down. It's 224 feet, 2 inches now. So it's a little higher than it was 2 weeks ago, but it's still low.
Yeah.
And we haven't had much rain. We're supposed to get rain the next couple of weeks, so hopefully it goes back up.
Yep.
Is there anything anybody wants to discuss in the rest of old business? Because if not, I'm gonna leave it and move along to the next thing.
Under
Maybe-
lake
Maybe get
safety?
rid of aircraft operation.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Hang
gonna
on, hang
say.
on, before we get there, under flood management and all that, fertilizer application, pet waste, cigarette butts. I don't think we're doing anything, right? This is,
We're not,
No.
that I know of.
No.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
right.
Well, the
so-
only thing that's ever been done is, that I know of, is CRC has recommended for years to everybody, all the members of CRC, to use certain types of fertilizer.
Yeah, all right, so let's take that off the list.
Yes.
Okay, so for the recommendation, Eric, is to take fertilizer and pet waste and cigarette butts off the list.
Yep.
Okay. Can I take you as putting that down as a motion?
Yep.
Do I have
I'll
a
second it. I'll second it.
Mel seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, unanimous. All right, now we'll go down to the one that says aircraft operations.
The only thing I wanted to comment on that, because I thought we were done with it, and then shortly before Dick had to go away for a while, he had run into something, and I don't remember the details, where he had looked into something, and what he was told by the guy he talked to is it's already prohibited. So I want to leave that on until he can come back to us with that. 'Cause he
What's
had brought up
prohibited?
the aircraft operation off Congamond in non-emergencies, the guy he talked to, and I forget at what agency, told him that is already prohibited. So,
Wow.
so we need to get, I don't know what the details are. Dick's the guy
Okay.
who could talk to that.
Okay, but it's still on the maps as a landing area.
I know, I don't, the problem is I don't know the details. He had brought it up in a meeting that we had before that he had talked to, and I don't remember who from what agency, because he was trying to look into the question of what lakes is it allowed on already? And the guy he talked to looked up Congamon and said that's already prohibited, except for in cases of emergency, and that's why it's still shown as a landing site, because it's for emergencies.
Wow.
But I don't know the details, so I don't
Okay.
actually want to take that off yet. When Dick comes
Okay.
back, he can talk to us about it.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
And what's the boathouse? What are we talking about there?
the
That's-
boathouse is an issue that Dick was working on with the police to put their boat at the north ramp. And they want to pull it up out of water on some kind of house they want to build there. And they'll be able to slide it down a ramp and right back into the lake. That's what I got from his notes that he
Yeah.
sent me. Other
Right,
than
that's
that,
what
I
we're
don't know
talking
anything
about.
about it.
Yeah, there are now commercially available track trolley systems for doing that. And I guess the idea there is that the issue for the police keeping the boat in the water, they've been offered space for it, but that's not the problem. The problem is they have a lot of equipment on it, and they have to be concerned with the security of the equipment. And apparently one of the potential solutions, if they wanted to proceed this way, would be to build this boathouse with the trolley system on it, and then the boat could stay there, and it would make it very easy for them to be able to launch in case of emergency, or if somebody calls and says, hey, we got idiots screaming around on the lake.
Right.
It wouldn't be like, yeah, well, I can get there in 3 hours. It would
Right.
be something they could do right away. So they're looking into it.
I
So
have
think it's still open.
I have a name from Dick. I gotta go back through my notes and stuff. And there's an email he sent that has somebody's name. I just haven't had time to chase after it. And I don't see that as an instantaneous thing. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense to leave that one.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what the issue is.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay? Any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
That's good. We pared it
under-
down quite a bit.
Yeah,
Good.
under new business, we've already talked on the first one, which is the signing of the lake rules, and I have an action item to follow up with that. On 140 Summer Drive, they've asked, Dennis has asked for more details on what they're asking for because it's not clear. And as far as I know, he hasn't received anything new to cover that. Berkshire, the wall. You've talked about that already, Norm. Anything else we have to be concerned with?
No, we didn't talk that one. Well,
Oh.
we talked 14 Berkshire Avenue.
You're right.
We
You're right.
approved that one. 112, it hasn't showed up on their agenda yet. Everything was preliminary, but it looks like he has decided to go with a vinyl wall. And the other thing he has asked that maybe I don't have access to it, that is the lake level database. Does somebody have that they can send to me?
I have that. If somebody tells me where to send it, I'll send it.
This is Eric,
Looking for
right?
the normal lake
Eric.
level?
Yeah, I have the
Yeah.
lake level database.
Okay. Can you send it to me?
Yeah, just I don't know if I have your email handy. Just email
Okay.
me, and then I'll
I'll
have it, and I can send it.
Thank you, I will.
No problem.
Okay. And Norm, if that comes up again with the Conservation Commission meetings or wherever it's coming from, the only thing we had any concerns about was in the water. And
Right.
it looks like they're building on the land, so,
It is on the land, yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't seem-
that's a different one, Mike.
Well, that's number 34 also, 34
Right, that's a
Street.
different
I
one.
put that in the package.
Right.
34 Grove Street. I'm sorry for jumping back up to old business, but that's where it's listed. That was one Dennis had asked for more details in the drawings. He got some more detail back from him. In the new paperwork from, I believe it's the name of the people is what? Is it Hoffman? I can't remember the last name. It was Carla something.
Al Hoffman.
Hoffman, yeah, they don't show anything being done down by the water on the newest one. So, given they're not going to be in the water, the first set of drawings they showed a deck out over the water. And our
Right.
concern we sent to the Conservation Commission was we weren't buying into the idea of a permanent structure out over the water.
Right.
This one doesn't show anything. It shows it coming down to the water with stairs, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
I don't know
is
if everybody had a chance to look,
completely
but
different. Right. It's a completely different design from what we saw before, and I would think, or at least I would not see any objection to this.
right, there's nothing really that affects us or we would have any kind of concern over. It's all up in their yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a
Okay.
Concom issue.
Okay.
Should I send a note to ComCon and tell them that if it stays up in their yard, we don't have any issues and we'll depend on them. If they want help or something, to let us know.
Yeah,
Correct.
That would be fine.
Or I can bring it to their, since I go to all their meetings, I can bring it up.
That'd
Yeah.
be great. That'd
Okay.
be make it
Yep.
even better. If they need a paper trail, we'll
Okay.
send them an email or something.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do we take it off new business then?
I think we should take it off of old business and new business. Get it right out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
think it's on new business.
it's not
No,
on.
it's only on old.
Let's take it
It's
off.
on old.
Take it off old. That's good.
Okay. The next item under new business is North Ramps docks. We're set up to do it on the 10th,
June
on the
17th.
17th, I'm sorry, 10/17. DPW is set up to do that, and all I have to do is remind them. What I'd like to do, get names so that we have the people there at 8 o'clock in the morning know who's coming.
Mike Coombs, I'll be there.
Norm Cheever will be there.
Malcolm will be
Norm?
there.
Mal, was that Mike Coombs?
Yep.
Yes, Mike Coombs.
Okay.
Scotty will be there unless he ends up going to Florida sooner than I think.
Scotty, he's in the water doing all the hard lifting. Got it.
Yeah,
Unless he
And
can,
I'll be there to block off the parking spots.
perfect.
who was that? Annie?
Annie.
Yeah.
Okay,
It can't be Debbie. She's just too nice.
Oh,
that's right.
I
That's
didn't want to
right.
get a
See,
fist fight.
Annie, so you know, the last time I think Deb had to be there for like 5 in the morning though.
Yeah.
That's no problem. I'll be there Saturday morning at like 4.
beautiful.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
used to it.
I don't think you need to get there that early.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
No, it depends on what time the tournaments get there. I always arrive 15
Yeah.
minutes early, so
is there a tournament that weekend?
there is.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet they'd prefer you didn't show up.
Yeah.
There is a tournament though. Do you know how big it is?
It always depends. They always, when they're doing their permit in, October 1st for the following year, they always write like 20 boats usually, but it's usually no more than 15. But I park them all in the other parking lot, so they won't affect. I'll make sure
Yeah.
nobody parks in our way.
Okay,
Great.
that's fine.
What time did they go off, Annie? Did they go off before 8 o'clock? Because we're
Oh, yeah.
gonna
Certainly.
shut down the ramps.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, somebody will bring the tools that we need.
I'm gonna
That's
go
the next question. Is the tools, we also need all the ropes that Dick has. Are they in the shed?
Most of
I'm
them are in
going
the
down.
shed.
I'm gonna go down this weekend and look at the shed and see
Okay.
what's in there.
All right.
And I'll
Okay.
bring a set of sockets with me, and I'll bring vice grips and hammer, and I don't know what else we use.
That's about what we use.
Muscles.
Couple
Yeah,
wrench waiters.
Yeah, Norm, we're gonna need your waiters, and Mike Coombs, we're gonna
Yep.
need your waiters.
Yep, I'll bring
Yep.
them.
Okay. So I got the people.
I'll be there
Meet
also, Paul Murphy.
Great,
All
Paul.
right.
Very good, Paul. And we'll meet at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
What about the Bowies?
The buoys, I talked to DPW, they said to let them know when we have them on the bank, and they will take care of them from there. So my suggestion is we start pulling the buoys sometime after Columbus Day. The question will be, what days do you want to start, and do you want to do it during the week? It's much easier than weekends.
Yeah, I will tell you that the one that disappeared, the big Bowie that disappeared in the main part of the channel, I have found it down in front of Ricky LaBar's house. And because it's broken off the fitting, I said, why bother dragging it back to that point? I'll just drag it all the ways down to the ramp.
I agree.
I'm gonna take it out of the water in a week anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
So why bother trying to, hook it up and,
Yep.
No, good idea.
Okay, so who do we have for bodies that want to do buoys?
I'll do, boys, if we do it, the week after we pull the docks, because we need to have that area clear to put the buoys up on the beach. Because we can't pull them before that, because you can't get the dock by them.
That's right.
Want to do it?
Yeah.
Malcolm and I would like to do it in
Put
the
buoy
rain.
To the left of the dock.
Well, it depends on when they're gonna pull the buoys out. If you're gonna pull them this week, they'll be down there pulling them out, so they'll be gone. Right?
No, I think do it after Columbus Day. Just
Which-
what's suggested.
It's this Monday, right?
Right, so do it
Right.
next week after Columbus Day.
So next week, yeah.
Hey, Malcolm, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's going to be raining. You want to help me?
Yeah, that's okay, Mike. You
We
need
can,
the
we can
exercise.
pull them, we can pull them the next week.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
the
the
week
following week.
after, the week after the docks are pulled.
That's what
So
I
that's
said.
the
Yep.
17th, so you're gonna be doing them on, yeah, the following,
Week
the
of the
19th.
19th.
19th, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
there. Pick a day. Just not.
Hey, Mike, we did them in the rain one year,
I
if
know
I
that. That's
recall.
what I said.
Yeah, we did. We smoked cigars.
Get wet.
Okay, during the week, I can help Mike Coombs, so I put down Mike Coombs and Mike DeBay during the 19th week,
Not Wednesday.
not Wednesday, correct.
What time will you be working?
I'm thinking like at noon time, so it's warm.
Hmm.
We could do it over 2 days easily.
Or
Or we
one.
can, do-
Norm can be available.
we can adjust. Was that Paul I heard asking?
Yeah, the week of the 19th, and
Yep.
which day was it?
We
Let's
had
just pick
ironed that
Tuesday
out.
for
We were
now.
saying do it during that week and we could talk on the phone and pick up a day. Not Wednesday, the 21st. That's all we know.
And what do we plan on using, the LMC boat?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, because mine will probably be out of the water by then.
Yeah, usually we use the LMC boat and just drag them over to the shore.
I know. Yeah.
How does
Yeah, that's
Friday?
all- The LMC boat has all the cables on the side and everything you need, and it beats the boat up pretty good, so I don't think anybody wants to use their own boat.
I'm gonna be down, by the way, I'm gonna be down in Florida a part of November. And one of the things I'm gonna look at is to see what else might be down there. At one of the boat shows, I'll be doing like one of the big boat shows to see if there's any other kind of a buoy system or something that would, makes better sense than what we have that keep getting beat up.
Yeah, that would be great that'd be great to see if you got anything to offer.
Yeah. And keep in mind, we want to look at lights too, so do that
I
also.
don't think you're ever gonna see anything with lights because it just turns into a nightmare, but
Yeah.
I'll look.
Yeah.
Let's just see what's out there.
Yeah.
With the LEDs and everything, every year something new comes out.
Yeah, it can't hurt the look. Okay, let me stay on task here. I've got Norm, Mike, and Mike. How about if we plan on the 19th or 20th and say 19th for namesake, we'll say the 19th, and we'll talk, say by the week before that or the 18th, and make sure we've got all three of us lined up on the same day and look at the weather. So we're not doing it in the rain. Does that sound reasonable?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. I'm available the 23rd all day, but I work during the week, the Monday through Thursday. Tuesday, I would be out at 2 o'clock, and I would be able to help you then.
Okay. I'm gonna put your name down, Paul, and I'll make a note of that, and we'll call you and let you know.
Okay, very good.
Appreciate that, because if it could end up going a couple days, only based on, what the weather does.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to volunteer for this? Lots of fun. Boat goes fast down the lake.
Well, if I'm around, I said if I'm around,
Hey, just make sure you got the key from Dick. I think he keeps it upstairs, but I don't know.
I don't know either, and I'm gonna find that out.
Yeah.
I know that Kurt has a spare key. I know that. We've had to do that before.
Right.
Okay. So I've got names for that, and we'll have Mike, and Norm, and Paul, and we'll talk amongst us on making sure we get the right day we can all be there for. Next item is winter meeting dates. Today being the 8th, we've got one on the 22nd. Then we jump to November 12th, December 10th, January 14th, and February 11th. We only have one meeting per month during the winter. And
Yep.
it's in the beginning of the month to avoid the holidays. So I want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
Yep. Sounds good.
Good.
Okay. How about on the other? Anybody have anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. One, Annie, do you want to do a quick update on Dick and the flowers?
Yes. So when I went there Friday afternoon, he wasn't home yet, so I just dropped them off, and I let Sue Hepburn know because she was staying in really close contact with his family. So I wasn't sure what door he used, so I just said just let him know there's something on the front porch, so that he actually got them. So he got them, and then I know he texted and said he really appreciates that, and he's doing well. So
Great, thanks. The second thing is the last meeting in the year for CRC is next Tuesday at 7 o'clock Zoom. I'll be sending out a notice about that. If anybody is not in our database and wants to know more information on how to get on Zoom, just send me an email.
Okay.
There's
Eric.
going to be a presentation on the eagles of the lake.
Oh, really? I saw them today out there fishing again.
Yeah.
I've had them all summer at my place.
Yeah, the osprey don't like them, but
Mike DeBay and I saw them Wednesday putting trout in over on the south ramp there. And there was three
really?
guys on the dock trying to snag them as they were coming off the boat.
Really?
Sad.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you guys know you're not supposed to fish here.
Eric, I had written down under other in my copy on pen. You were talking about Dick Stocks. Did you follow up on that? Does he need a hand or what's up?
yeah, my understanding is that in its public forum, so I won't go through it. Somebody signed up to take care of them.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
I just didn't want to forget that. And I knew you had.
Annie, you heard that as well, right? Annie? Annie's there. She's muted.
Okay.
I am here.
All right.
You heard
Yep.
that as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All righty. Anything else from anyone?
Can we shoot?
I did have something. It was on number 10 on the lake level,
Yes.
and it alluded to marking the lake levels on the tunnels. That's something that we should maybe take a look at.
Okay.
Yeah. We
I
talked
think
about
we have
that.
to look at all the levels because right now we only have one level indicator that I know of. And that's
Yeah,
Right.
And you only need one, except for the one we have doesn't go low enough now.
Yeah, it's rotted off on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's so far away from the weir gates. It'd be nice to have one back down on the weir gates also. But people could see it.
Yeah, one that's easier to read would be
Definitely.
good.
Why don't we buy one? Why don't we get one?
I thought we had one that Ken made. The issue, I believe, last year was we didn't put it up because you got to somehow get all that transit or a surveyor thing down there to figure out your level.
Yeah. That's what we said at the last meeting. We said that at the last meeting, that was the thing. You had to figure out exactly where to put it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
but
might
so it
be
would seem to me that the way to do it is when the lake level is high enough to be readable on the thing that already has been marked,
right.
Yeah.
measure that, and then put the new one in where that is. Because
True.
lake is the
And-
same level everywhere.
As
Right.
long as you
Match
have
it
no
up.
beaver dams, you're okay.
Why can't you just match it up now to the one that's already there? I'm sure you
I
could
think the
find that.
water is almost
It's
off.
below it.
It was off it the last time I looked, Malcolm.
But you're saying you can't put it's like a ruler. You can't just put it in the exact same spot that the beat up one is. We couldn't figure out where
You could absolutely do that. I thought the idea was to try and find a spot that was going to be easier for people to get to read, but.
Well, that's cool too, but the one that's there is non-legible. It's a piece of crap.
Yeah,
Put a
so
good one there.
Just get another one and put it right next to it. And
We
find
really need one right at the big bridge between the south and middle pond. You know,
That would
that's-
be cool too.
Correct.
Yep.
you want to put it in such a way that you can read it without having to be in a boat.
Well, you want it far enough out on the wing wall so that you can read it from the other side.
Right,
And also,
exactly,
hopefully a boat's not going to smack into it.
right,
Shouldn't.
right. Shouldn't.
Knowing Dick, maybe somebody should check with him to see if he does have another one in stock.
Yeah.
Would be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay,
Okay, so the recommendation is get a new lake level. That's a good recommendation. The trick is gonna be figuring out how to do it again. And
but I think if the water, we may not be able to do it this year, but once the water is high enough that you can read it on the existing one, then you don't need the transit gear anymore.
Right.
right.
Just go to your location, put it at the right spot, mount it.
Excuse me.
Right now, down the canal, we probably have, I don't know, we got a beaver dam down there already at the weir gates. And
Yeah.
it goes about 6 inches above the gates at this point. So we're not gonna see any water going over for some time. So that'll become an issue we'll have to pay attention to over the winter here.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll make a
We
note.
certainly want to clean it out ahead of the ice.
Oh, I know. But that's gonna be a DPW one, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
We have a geese problem, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds out here in the cove the last couple of days. And I'm sure everybody else sees them. They're
What
everywhere.
kind of problem?
Yeah. Well,
Geese.
Geese.
and they're bad for water quality. They actually dump enough nitrogen to be an issue.
I saw
and
I
a
saw
lot of-
200 of them.
A lot of people a lot of areas are having trouble where the geese are not migrating.
Yeah. I mean,
So what do we do?
Yeah.
How do you get rid of them?
they shoot them.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to.
Don't get
We don't have
caught.
we don't have any safe place where you can do that. You know, you can harass them. I think the move here is for us to contact somebody from maybe state DEP or state wildlife and ask them for recommendations.
Well, unfortunately, 2 years ago, when you had no bubblers on the lake, you had less of a problem. And so now you have more open water areas as well. So that allows them to stay.
Yeah, and when it's warmer, you know, like last year, we had not much of a winter. Right, so everybody pray for cold. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I think Dick looked it up, and these geese, they don't go south. They're interbred with local birds or something, and they're just in the fields everywhere around here.
They're lazy, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
They need the water though.
probably the move is for us to contact the maybe Fish and Game and ask them if there's anything they know of that can be done. There's often quite a few regulations that protect waterfowl, so I wouldn't want to do anything without knowing what you're allowed to do.
Yeah, it's federal too.
Yeah, but I would think that Fish and Game could tell us something.
Right.
You might just tell us tough, but let's ask.
All right, Mike, write that on there.
Yeah, write that on there. Anybody want to pick that one up, or are you just giving it to me?
I think you got to leave that for Dick because he knows people at Fish and Game, or you got to ask him. Dick would be able to just know who to go to.
Right.
So that's kind of one of those things. And since it's going into winter, I don't think we can do much
That goes
anyway.
back in on the new business.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make a note to put it on new business and we'll figure out if we can figure out who to call. And if not, we'll ask Dick who he recommends we call. Give him a week to rest though first. All right, anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Scotty made a motion. Who seconded?
Eric.
Everybody.
Eric?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Yes.
All in favor?
All right, Eric.
Aye, Steve, yes.
Any opposed? Okay, the meeting's over.